to the annual Regional Educators Awards ceremony in the Clemens Fine Arts Center on the campus of the four-time Aspen nationally ranked West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Tonight's program is sponsored by our bronze partners, Computer Services Incorporated, CSI, Harper Industries Incorporated, the UK College of Engineering, Paducah campus, and Mr. Ken Wheeler, our silver partner, the PJC Foundation, and our gold partner, Community Financial Services Bank, CFSB. Please welcome the dynamic MCs for the evening, Mrs. Lee Emmons, Vice President of Advancement, and Dr. David Heflin, the Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our second annual West Kentucky Community and Technical College Regional Educators Awards and Scholarship Program.
Tonight, we continue our tradition of honoring Region's educators who go above and beyond their daily responsibilities and play a tremendous role in the shaping of education in our region. I am honored to inform you that we received more than 100 nominations from faculty, staff, students, and parents. Nominees were then asked to submit their completed nomination, which represents those individuals that we are recognizing tonight. I am humbled to let you know several nominees, upon learning who was nominated, chose not to complete their nominations and support their fellow educators who completed their nominations. Tonight's awards program honors outstanding contributions to pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, elementary and secondary education, as well as seeks to advance understanding and support for continued education. We honor the vital role all educators, administrators, staff, and supporters play in education. Please give yourselves a round of applause.
We will start our program this evening with some very exciting news, and we would like to ask Paducah City Commissioner, Mr. Gerald Watkins, to come to the podium along with Dr. Anton Reese.
Thank you. It's good to be with you tonight from the office of the Mayor of Paducah, Kentucky. This proclamation has been established on this day, whereas on March 15, 2018, West Kentucky Community and Technical College established a new awards and scholarship program to recognize those pre-kindergarten through high school educators, administrators, and staff members who have gone beyond their daily responsibilities and have worked tirelessly on behalf of students, parents, and the community in the region. And whereas established by WKCTC President Anton Reece, the Regional Educators Awards and Scholarship Program celebrates outstanding nominated teachers, superintendents, principals, professional and support staff from across the Jackson Purchase region. And whereas not only does the Regional Educators Awards and Scholarship Program provide teachers and staff with much needed recognition, the program highlights the significant impact educators and staff play on young people and society. And whereas the award program seeks to recognize the outstanding contributions to pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, elementary, and secondary education, as well as the advancement of understanding and support for continued education. And whereas in conjunction with the awards program, a scholarship for WKCTC students interested in K through 12 teaching or educational support majors has been established to encourage and assist the region's future educators. Nearly 200 students are currently education majors at WKCTC. Now, therefore, in honor of all the contributions these teachers have made to the Paducah community, I, Brandy Harless, you just thought my name was Gerald Watkins, Mayor of Paducah, Kentucky, do hereby declare March 7th, 2019, Regional Educators Awards Day in Paducah, and encourage all citizens to thank a teacher for their dedication to their students and our future community leaders. And affixed with the seal and the signature of the Mayor of Paducah, Brandy Harless. Congratulations.
Thank you, Gerald, and the City of Paducah in recognizing our region's educators.
As you heard from Gerald, an important part of this program is the establishment of a Future Educators Scholarship, which benefits WKCTC students who are interested in pursuing education as a career. Proceeds from sponsorships for tonight's event go directly to the scholarship fund. And I am very happy to recognize this year's sponsors who are serving as financial partners for this event. Sponsors, please stand as I call your name. Our bronze partners are CSI, Harper Industries, and UK College of Engineering's Paducah campus and Mr. Ken Wheeler. Our silver partner is the Paducah Junior College Foundation, Mr. John Williams, Board Chair. And generously serving as our gold partner for the 2019 Regional Educators Awards and Scholarship Program is Community Services Financial Bank. Please join me in thanking all of tonight's sponsors. And now Ms. Susan Ybarzabal, representing Gold Partners CFSB, will offer greetings.
Good evening. CFSB is so honored to partner with WKCTC to celebrate the outstanding educators in our community. We are truly blessed with teachers and administrators in our area that care so deeply for our children and work tirelessly to ensure their success. Because of the impact that each of you have on our children, we can be confident that our youth will have the skills and knowledge to be future leaders in our community. Community is in our name for a reason. So on behalf of Community Financial Services Bank, we welcome you and we thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Susan. And thank you again to all of our sponsors and their generous contributions for future educators.
I would now like to recognize superintendents from our region. If you are a superintendent, would you please stand? And don't be shy. I know you're out there. Stand up. Give them a round of applause, please.
Well, David, I don't think we can really start the rest of the program tonight without a little music or entertainment.
I agree. You're right. What did you have in mind?
Well, we could do a little song and dance.
Yes.
Okay, well, anyone out there who has ever heard me sing or seen me dance is saying, please, please no. So, I think we best turn it over to some students who have real talent. Would everyone please give a warm welcome to Paducah Tillman High School's men's a cappella group, Prime Rib.
Whoa, longest for the longest time. Whoa, longest for the longest time. You said goodbye to me tonight. There would still be music left to write. What else would I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me when you put your arms around me. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Whoa, longest for the longest time. Whoa, longest for the longest time. That voice you're hearing in the dawn, and the greatest miracle of all is how I need you, and Maybe this won't last very long. You feel so right, I could be wrong. Maybe I've been hoping too long. I've gone this far, it's more than I hoped for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot how nice romance is. I haven't been there for the longest time. I had second thoughts from the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far, and it's more than I hoped for. I don't care what consequence it brings. I have been hopeful for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that. I intend to hold you for the longest time. Here we go. Whoa, longest for the longest time. 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 If I search this whole wide world, I never find me a girl who loves me the way that you do. And you got me singing shamalama, oh, ramalama, ding dong, wop, oh, mau mau, oh, back into my smile child, wop, oh, that is why, sugar diddy did, yeah. And I love this love that we share. It's stronger than the other. Nothing else can compare. Who loves me the way that you do? And you got me singing shamalama, oh, ramalama, ding dong, wop, oh, mau mau, oh, back into my smile child, wop, oh, that is why, sugar diddy did, yeah. Now break it down, shamalama, oh, ramalama, ding dong, wop, oh, mau mau, oh, back into my smile child, wop, oh, that is why, sugar diddy did, yeah. One more time now with the claps, shamalama, oh, ramalama, ding dong, wop, oh, mau mau, oh, back into my smile child, wop, oh, that is why, sugar diddy did, yeah. Shamalama, oh, ramalama, ding dong, wop, oh, mau mau, oh, back into my smile child, wop, oh, that is why, sugar diddy did. The sun shines bright on my open happy home. This summer the children are here. The young folk roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times come a-knocking at my door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Oh, weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home. Far away, far away, far away.
Wow. Let's give them another round of applause. Come on. Under the direction of Matt Hines, thank you guys so much. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker this evening, Dr. Anton Reece. Originally from Barbados, Dr. Reece returned to Paducah to serve as the second president of West Kentucky Community and Technical College in 2016. He is no stranger to Western Kentucky, as he served as the first minority director of student affairs in the Kentucky Community and Technical College system. Please help me welcome Dr. Anton Reece.
Thank you. Thank you all, and good evening. Good evening. You probably can't tell from your seats, but my heart is just racing with incredible joy that this is our second regional celebration of incredible educators, administrators, and all the members of the support team who on a daily basis make the magic happen, prepare our youth to transition to great institutions like WKCTC. So I bring you greetings on behalf of the entire team here at WKCTC, the 8,565 students who make their ways through our doors on an annual basis. I'd also like to recognize several of our board members who are here tonight. If they could just stand, both West Kentucky and PJC, if you could just stand, just be recognized there briefly. Thank you so much for all that you do. Chairman Kelly, thank you. They told me this portion I need to keep brief, so I'm going to stick with the script. But let me offer this on the front end. Certainly, when I really think through how does that cliche go, it takes a village to raise a child. The question becomes, how does that child then go on to be successful, become an adult, and give back to the very community, to the very village that helped them to be raised? It takes great educators, teachers. When I think of my baby sister, at least achievement in Miami, high school teacher for over 10 years, my sister-in-law, elementary teacher for well over 30 years, and certainly my lovely wife, Cornelia Reece, in her role with the Family Resource Centers here prior, Head Start, and certainly with all of our efforts in Knoxville with Project Grad. So what you do on a daily basis really, really matters. And we want to be sure that we really capture the essence of why that matters and a small token of our appreciation to what you do on a daily basis. With that, I will scurry to my seat, but I will be back. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Dr. Reece. The Regional Educators Awards and Scholarship Program is the vision of Dr. Reece and Mrs. Cornelia Reece. They came back to Paducah with a vision of helping our region through education. One of the first ideas Dr. Reece spoke of as our new president was the Regional Educators Awards Program. Dr. and Mrs. Reece were involved in a similar program in Tennessee, and both believe in the power of thanking and recognizing those in our region who do what you do because you love it and not for recognition. Dr. and Mrs. Reece believe educators should be recognized because of the vital role they play in the lives of students. We want to again thank Dr. Reece and Mrs. Reece for bringing this to our region.
And as if on cue, please help me welcome Dr. Anton Reece back to the podium to introduce our featured speaker for the evening.
I told you I'll be back. Oh, it really gives me, just such a huge sense of pride. Really humbled by my dear friend, Sheila Smith-Anderson. Gosh, it really is surreal, and I'm very thankful that we were able to align this opportunity for you to come and share. So our featured speaker this evening is Mrs. Sheila Smith-Anderson, who has a master's in educational leadership and policy analysis from the University of Missouri-Columbia, as well as a bachelor's of science in elementary education from Western Kentucky University. Let me just stop for a second. If you've been to Western Kentucky University, there is a banner hanging. It's like the Hall of Fame, right? The really famous basketball players. So she's a Hall of Famer for Western Kentucky University. It was actually her brother, but I wanted to see what you guys were going to say. So I'm sure you're paying attention. She has a fifth-year certification from Murray State University, elementary and middle school principalship, and superintendency from Murray State University. Her educational career includes being a classroom teacher, a principal, assistant superintendent, and executive director of curriculum. Very broad range of experience. She holds the esteemed honor of Distinguished Educator for the state of Kentucky and currently serves as the executive director of leadership development for the St. Louis Public School Board of Education. You know, there's an adage that behind every great man is a great woman. So we have to flip that. So behind every great woman is an okay sort of man. So I want to recognize, Rev, where are you? Reverend Anderson, if you just stand, there's a husband right there. Let's give him some love there, Rev. I had to bring you in there. I had to bring you in. Reverend Anderson is the pastor of Lincoln Heights Baptist Church here in Paducah. And as I yield the podium to my dear friend again, Sheila Smith-Anderson, I finally look back at the days when we also co-emceed several programs for the youth throughout this community. So with that, please give a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Sheila Smith-Anderson.
Good evening, Paducah. Y'all out there? Good evening, Paducah. Good evening to the president of this great institution, Dr. Anton Reece, and to his wife, Mrs. Cornelia Reece. I'm going to tell you, when I heard that they were coming back to Paducah, I did leap for joy. I was so happy because of the work that they had done before. I could not imagine where they were going to take this place to, and the fruits of their labor are always showing rewards. Is that not right? Absolutely, absolutely. I am so glad that they are here, and to my friend, Dr. Dave Heflin, who I've come to know by phone and recognized his voice when I heard it and matched it with his face. He is a detailed person, Dr. Reece, so if you want deep detail, I think you already know that. He didn't leave any stone unturned in my being here with you today. To the other MC, who is an outstanding person as well, Emmons? Emmons. Thank you as well. It's already been a good night. To all of you, to the faculty and staff of WKCTC, who pour into their students every day so greatly and are moving them into the 22nd century. Doesn't that sound good? They're already moving them to the 22nd century, so we're glad about that. To my husband, who keeps me grounded and lets me go up and down the road and test my abilities in different places and keeps me humble through courageous conversations. You've already met him. To the honorees and their proud families, to those who support public education. Public education has been under attack for the last few years, but for all the supporters, we got to stay fast. We got to be steadfast and unmovable for public education because it means the difference between so many lives of our children. To the wonderful honorees and to their families who make it happen, we are so glad to be here. I am so honored to have been selected. Whoever brought my name forward, I thank you for that, and whoever agreed to that, I greatly thank you for that. Tonight, though, we are here to be about you, to give you your flowers while you can still smell them, to give you honor where honor is due. You know, sometimes we don't do that. We don't give honor to people we should honor. So tonight, we're going to just stop and applaud several times. Let's applaud them right now. Again, I am humbled by this invitation. There are so many people who have come, who could have come. There are people in this audience who could speak prolifically about education, but I am here. I am here to celebrate all the educators. All the educators. The greatest profession on earth is education. And we are in a profession. We are the profession that gives birth to other professions. Am I right about that? If there was no teacher, there could be no president. If there was no teacher, there could be no vice president, or city commissioner, or pastor, or nurse, or dentist, or doctor. There could be no, you fill in the blank. There could be no, oh, yeah, are y'all gonna work with me on this one? There could be no, there you go. See, that's what teachers like to do, fill in the blank. We fill in the blank, we have choral response. That's what we do. Everybody knows that. We have that choral response. That's in everybody's toolbox. That's in everybody, what do you call it, call response, or we do it by the song or the rhyme. That's how you learned your alphabet. That's how you learned your states. That's how you learned the names of the presidents, and even how to clean up a room, because everybody knows that great old prime rib standard called clean up, clean up. You know it. It's a great top 10. Clean up, everybody cleans up. Everybody knows that song. Everybody knows. Yes, we are in a profession. Regardless of what some people say, this is a profession. Regardless of what some people even say in the highest political office that we have, we are not stupid. We are not stupid, because stupid people don't produce astronauts. Stupid people don't produce presidents. We are not stupid. So would you tweet with me right now, #teachers matter? Yes, we do. We do matter. Over the years, we have seen teachers take to the streets, take to the steps of the legislature, get on a bus and go to the halls of the lawmakers, take a page out of the civil rights movement of the 60s and stand to be heard as a profession. So what are we standing for? We're standing for equal pay, to be recognized, for better health care so we don't have to choose between paying insurance and utilities. Yes, we are demanding better conditions for our school. Every now and then we like a little paint on the wall, some matching furniture that fit the kids, a computer that boots up before we leave class. I'm in the right room now. Yes, we belong to a profession that we love and we highly regard. You see, teachers stand up, and when teachers stand up, they stand up for children. Nominees, I just want you to use your sanctified imagination and see what I see. Behind every one of you, there are thousands of lives that you have impacted, and you have redirected as a result of your teaching. Behind your teaching, there are thousands of families who share fond memories of the teacher who spent extra time, unpaid and sometimes unappreciated. Sometimes they forgot to say thank you then, but they're saying thank you now. Use your sanctified imagination just to think about those who went the extra mile, who stayed after school with the student because they understood that the parent couldn't clock out before time. But they wouldn't leave their child. They stayed there right there with them. And they didn't call protective services to report a working mother doing the very best that she could. They stayed right there with them. You are the ones that met them at the library. You are the ones that stayed after school and taught them that algebraic algorithm. You are the ones who would not turn your back on them. You're the ones, too, that kept a little purse full with food. You know, you can always tell the teacher she got some snacks. How many of y'all got snacks down there right now? Dr. Reece, check the kitchen over there, because they're taking some for tomorrow. They're the ones that always have some extra stacks in their desk because they know there's a child who came in hungry. They knew that there was going to be a child that have to take some food home until they got back to school the next day, where they were guaranteed of 2 meals and maybe a snack. Yes, undoubtedly, millions of prayers have been sent up by this group alone. Teachers, they pray for their children. Yes, they know about separation of church and state, but they prayed anyhow. They pray inside. As they walk up and down the aisles, they're praying for their children, laying hands on them, anointing them, and covering them. And every now and then they would just stand just for a little while longer because they knew there was this one child. They knew about their home life. They knew about the trauma that they were going through, and they just touched them for a little while longer and asked for greater covering, that the things that they saw and the things that they heard would not penetrate and go into their deep memory banks. All the while, they're finding places of joy for them and creating new memories for them that would hold with them through their lives. That's who the teachers that we have standing before us today, that's who they are. You are the ones who look at the children and can really see them. You are the ones, you're the selfless teachers. That's part of the teacher's DNA. We can recognize teachers in Walmart everywhere, can't we? We know them. They got all their baskets filled with all the pencils and the paper, and they beat everybody out at Office Depot when everything goes on sale for 10 cents a pack. They will knock you over in getting there because they're going to take it to their classrooms because they don't want their children to go without. They're the ones whose spouses said, if you bring another thing in this house, something got to go. They're the ones who have turned their dining rooms into their offices. They haven't seen the dining room table in years because it's piled with graded papers and projects and things that we're going to make and bins. And everybody in the family gets to participate. Am I right about that? Yes. We are the storytellers. We are the ones who can spark imagination and ingenuity. We are the ones who get you so lost in a good narrative that you forget your circumstances as you help students to create the counter-narrative. So, since we are storytellers, let me tell you a story that I heard a long time ago. It was the story of an idealistic town that had a beautiful flow of water in the center of the city. A man had been hired many years ago with a young, caring, and progressive city council, Councilman Watkins, to clear away the debris from the pools of water that fed the lovely spring flowing through their town. With faithful, silent regularity, he patrolled the hills, and he would remove the leaves and the branches. He wiped away the silt from the fresh flow of water. By and by, it became a very, very popular place for everybody to go. People left the courthouse, the library to eat their lunch. Mothers were taking their children there on Saturday morning to play. Even the churches would gather and celebrate World Day of Prayer, and they would pay homage on World AIDS Day. Birds would just flick through the water and just dance around. Butterflies were going around and around in circles. They're doing the roundup dance, and everybody loved the crystal clear water as they saw their faces as a mirror image. Brides and grooms would even choose this picturesque backdrop to make their covenant to each other. Well, years passed and the park just continued to be a great place to go. But one evening, as you would have it, the town council had a meeting. The city councilman got together and the mayor was away at a meeting. So they reviewed the budget, and one man's eye caught the salary of it and said, wait a minute, who is this? Who is this person we have keeping the springs? Have they had a performance evaluation? Where's their evaluation? Said the keeper of the purse. For all we know, he's doing us no good, so he's not needed any longer. So by a unanimous vote, they dispensed of the man's services. Well, Mayor, she's not here tonight, but be careful about leaving your place when things might happen kind of crazy if you leave your place, because they voted him all the way out. Several weeks, nothing changed. Things kind of went along. Yeah, okay, as usual. But by early autumn, the tree leaves began to fall off. Small branches snapped, fell into the pool, hindering the flow of water. Someone noticed a little yellowish stitch smell coming away from the pool, and they go like, what's happening? The birds stopped coming, the butterflies stopped dancing, the children stopped playing, nobody wanted to come. And they said, what in the world is happening? WPSD even reported that Lourdes Hospital and Baptist Health saw an uptick of cases in the emergency room. That brought the people to the city council meeting then. They want to know, where was this smell coming from? What happened? Why is this all happening? The members from the Women's Club came, the Kiwanis Club came, the Divine Nine showed up, the Interracial Women's Group, the pastors, the pastors had to come. Some said it must be the pollution coming from the Ohio and the Kentucky River. Some said, well, maybe some of the contamination from the recent flooding. Some even blamed it on some different ethnic groups that came into the city over the border walls. Then somebody said, where is that man that used to keep the city clean? Where is that man that used to keep the pool flowing? Embarrassed by an end run, Mayor Harless had to get out her thinking cap. So she tried to turn back the hands of time, and she sent those same city councilmen that voted that man out to come back and get him. And there he was. He had looked down and saw everything that was going on. His heart was pained. He hated looking at the dim look in the children's eye. He hated what was happening. He came back, and little by little, and love by love, he did what no machine could ever do. He brought back the happiness in that city. He brought back the gleam in the water. He brought back the greatness, and pretty soon everybody started to go. Butterflies were doing a new dance. They had that New Jack City dance going on now. Parents were out reading. They were reading The Hate You Give. Yes, normalcy had returned because there was a keeper of the stream, and that's who you are. You are the keepers of the stream. All of you nominees, you provide the living water that nourishes our children. That's who you are. Every nominee, all of you are keepers of dreams of every child you have in your classroom. You are the igniters of spirits and some of your children who come from broken lives. They were broken even before they started with no fault of their own, but you are the equalizers. You are the difference makers. You are the keepers of equity for students who come to your doors 2 and 3 grade levels below. Again, no fault of their own. The deck was already stacked before they got there, based on economic and social capital that they did not have. No fault of their own when they started the race. They were behind. Their families didn't go to Disney World. They didn't go to the nation capital. They didn't tour the great museums of New York because they were trying to do their artistic thing. But what did you do? You found a virtual trip to Disney World. You found a tour on the art museum so that they could feel like they were right there. You make magic, teacher magic. You are the keepers of the community by creating a sense of belonging and self-worth, teaching tolerance and acceptance of people and differences. You qualify your students by their uniqueness, giving them voice and presence. You are the keepers of the community that truly help students see each other, and they feel like somebody sees them and not looking through them. You are the ones who help students stand on who they are and not have to be compared to anyone else because they are all right by themselves. They have standalone greatness. That's what the keeper of the stream does, and you are the keepers. The ones who move the debris away from the path because of your years' experience. You recognize the traps that are set, and you put on your superhuman cape, and you swoop down and you knock out those impediments for them. You are the keepers of the stream who provide the scaffolds. No matter how tall they are, no matter how long they have to be there, you will stay there until they get it. You are the keepers of the stream who have high expectations for every student. You are the one who douses the flames that insensitive people throw when they say, those kids will never learn. Why are you wasting your time? Those kids are just like their mama. They'll never learn. And you just hang your head in shame for the people who say it. You have the fire hose ready to not let those inflammatory statements skew the minds of you or anyone else around you. That's who you are. So congratulations, Captain Protector. Captain Protectors, that's who you are. Congratulations, nominees. You are all winners because when you win, we all win. Our children win, our families win, our neighborhoods win, our city wins, our state wins, and our nation wins when you win. So community, stand with our teachers. Let us return to the respect that you give any superhero. We don't deface the Superman statue in Metropolis, do we? We don't do that. Stand behind your teachers when they're asked to compromise, when they fight for just a human basic right of dignity. Let's return to the time when teachers were revered and respected. And teachers, let us never stop being keepers of the stream. No matter whether you take the stage tonight and you get a plaque, no matter if you're recognized ever in a formal setting or not, don't stop holding the light. Never stop shining that light. You see, right now that spotlight happens to be on me as I speak. But the most important person is the one that hung that light. And the next important person is the technician back there who's making it happen. So I dare you, never stop hanging your light so that light can shine for all of our children. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith-Anderson. And now we're ready to begin our awards presentations. West Kentucky Community and Technical College put out a call for nominations throughout the region, and they came from students, parents, and colleagues. Nominees were then asked to submit an application, and those who submitted are the individuals we are recognizing tonight in 4 categories. When your name is called, nominees, we ask that each honoree please come up on stage while David and I read a brief statement from nominators or from the applications. Each nominee will remain on stage until we have announced all nominees for that category. We'll then announce 2 finalists and a winner in each category. Each winner will be invited to speak briefly upon receiving their award.
We ask that you cheer wildly and applaud as each name is being read. Don't hold back. At this time, may we have the sealed envelopes, please. Okay. Before each of our 4 categories, we will share a short video that helps capture the impact educators make in our lives.
The educator that made a significant difference, transformative in my life, is Leroy Dragon Matt. And you know, when you think of your high school teachers, the nickname becomes more synonymous. He was a very tough, no-holds-barred teacher. He was our Latin teacher. And one day I was goofing off in class, daydreaming, and as good teachers do, he caught me daydreaming. And literally verbatim, he said, "Reece, what are you doing?" I said, "Nothing, sir." He said, "Absolutely. You've been wasting time the entire semester. Say something profound, involve the class, or I'll get you suspended from school." And I was a daydreamer, fixated on Casey Kasem, a famous American announcer. And I said, "Sir, I could use the whole class?" He said, "Yes." So on the count of 3, I went 3, 2, 1. I went, "Sir, I'm Casey Kasem, heard around the world on great radio stations like WHQT." And the whole place went crazy. And it literally kick-started my broadcasting career, which certainly has served me throughout my career. And the one thing I did get from Latin class was our school motto, "Passant quia posse videntur." They can because they think they can. Small school in the middle of nowhere, high expectations, but great teachers like Mr. Matt made a difference.
I remember my freshman year, Gary Parks was my algebra teacher. That was not my strongest subject by any means, but I remember him working so hard with me, with the entire class. He was a hard teacher, but he taught us what we needed to know. He taught us in a way that we could understand it, and he helped us all to build the foundation that he knew that we would need going forward for algebra, but not only for that, also in life. He taught us to work hard, and I remember he also taught us to celebrate when we won.
And our first category, are you ready, is the Distinguished Administrator Award. Beginning with Jill Boone, Marshall County High School Guidance Counselor. Jill is an unsung hero because she stays the course and always puts the needs of others before her own. I feel this would be a great time for her to receive recognition for her selfless role of ensuring the well-being of the students at Marshall County High School.
Amy Carrico, Community Christian Academy Principal. She has developed a wonderful gift to listen and lift those up who she's around, while still being fair when having to address growing pains concerning students, and I'm certain the occasional parent. We're blessed that her experience brought her to our school and that she's in a position that has such a huge trickle-down effect for our next generations.
Kenton Cooper, Heath Elementary School Principal. Mr. Cooper is always willing to go above and beyond for the wellness and improvement of Heath Elementary School. Mr. Cooper is a true leader. His kindness, compassion, and interest in his students is the picture of what an administrator should be. The entire school radiates with this attention to the kids. I believe it comes from his leadership.
Tina Hayes could not be with us this evening, but she's from McCracken County School Director of Preschool and Elementary Programs. So let's give her a round of applause.
Tamra Parker, Fulton County School Special Education Director. She will fight tooth and nail in order for her students to be treated fairly and equitably. She goes above and beyond for the students and teachers in our district. Mrs. Parker has a desire for every child to learn and for every child to be successful.
Laura Poindexter, Crittenden County Elementary School Counselor. Mrs. Poindexter is one of the hardest working and caring school counselors I know. When you don't find her working with students in their classrooms, you can find her helping staff. She not only does a good job, but is one of the most caring people I have ever met.
Amy Ramage, Livingston County School Chief Education Officer and Director of Pupil Personnel. She displays true love for her school district, but most importantly, love for our students and their families. She invests in our students and their families and works diligently to ensure they all receive the services they need. She is highly respected by all and a true example of what an educator should be.
Lisa Roberts, Carlisle County School District Director of Special Education. Lisa has served Carlisle County Schools for 27 years and is retiring in June, and has worked tirelessly to serve children and families during her tenure. Lisa works endless hours and is available to families at any hour of the day. When the home telephone rings at night with a call from a family that needs her after hours, she gladly assists them.
Samantha Tabor, Reedland Elementary School Assistant Principal. Wise beyond her years, Mrs. Tabor can walk the walk and talk the talk of improving instruction. She rolls her sleeves up and gets in the classroom to model effective teaching and learning for her team members. Let's give all of the nominees a round of applause.
The two finalists for the Distinguished Administrator Award are Tamra Parker, Fulton County Schools. Jill Boone, Marshall County High School.
And the winner of the 2019 Distinguished Administrator Award is Amy S. Carrico, Community Christian Academy.
I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for letting me fulfill my purpose each and every day when I go to work. It's a true miracle and a true blessing. Thank you, WKCTC, for honoring all these educators that go in and work tirelessly each and every day to fulfill their mission. Justin, thank you for being a single dad so many nights during the week, and kids for giving up your mom. And CCA, thank you so much for loving me and my staff for always being there. I just truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Please give all the nominees for a distinguished administrator another round of applause as they exit.
If I could go back and say anything to Miss Allie Shear, my science teacher of 3 years, I would say thank you so much for showing me my true passion in education, and specifically science education. She showed me through so much. Like, she would do anything and everything to make sure we knew it, and it just showed me that experiments, worksheets even, and slideshows even, as boring as they were, I could really learn the information, and it was exciting to learn. She truly cared about us, and that education is where I need to be.
Well, education is my vehicle. It drives me daily. It has shaped who I am today, first-generation college student. So relying on my family hasn't been easy. So having that help from all my teachers, here I am being successful, college, full-time job, and it's thanks to them. Thank you for being there for me, for listening to me, and helping me make the decisions that I need to make to shape the person that I am today.
One of the teachers that had a big impact on my life was Miss Stephanie Fulcher. She pushed me to be a leader. She always paired me in other groups. I think she's one of the ones that wanted me to be an educator. I think she already saw that in her eyes. She was always laid back, and she would talk to you whenever you needed her. She would listen to you and listen to your stories. If I could say something to my former teachers, I would thank them for showing me patience and how to care for others.
Our next category is Distinguished Faculty for Pre-Kindergarten through 5th grade. Cyndi Brown, Fulton Independent Schools, 2nd grade. Cyndi does not get enough praise as an educator. I have observed daily the significant positive impact Mrs. Brown has on her students. She is unfailingly kind and patient. Every student feels safe and loved as they learn. Rachel Diefenbach, Community Christian Academy, kindergarten, 4th grade teacher. She is constantly providing a positive and loving environment both in and out of the classroom. Mrs. Diefenbach is constantly putting everyone, students, faculty, friends, people in her community, before herself. She is a living example of a wonderful teacher, and anyone who has the pleasure to meet her sees this. She loves what she does, and it shines through her daily.
Rachel Dodson, Heath Elementary School, 2nd grade teacher. Mrs. Dodson goes above and beyond each day of school for our children. In a world where many children lack support and encouragement at home, she takes the time to invest in the lives of each student. Mrs. Dodson makes a continual effort to make sure each child feels loved and a part of the Heath family.
Allison Evans, Fulton Independent School District, K through 2nd special education teacher. She is the most selfless person I know in education. She works hard for her students to give them every opportunity to be successful. She comes early and works late so her students have this opportunity. She collaborates with her colleagues and gives support any way she can. I really could not say enough good things about her.
Christy Green, Community Christian Academy teacher. Christy Green is our current educational hero, and we cannot be more grateful. She is instilling a newfound love of learning in our daughter that is a literal game changer for our precious girl and for her future educational journey. Mrs. Green is a wonderful educator who has the children at heart. She loves my son and her students and does all she can to prepare them for success.
Penny Height, Paducah Head Start preschool teacher. Mrs. Hyatt has taught for over 23 years. She defines an exceptional early childhood educator. She put every child and family first. She creates learning experiences that inspire, teach, motivate, and meet each and every child individually. The hearts and families she has made an impact on cannot be measured.
Danette Humphrey, Lone Oak Intermediate School, 5th grade reading and writing teacher. She's been teaching for almost 2 decades, yet shows an unbelievable energy for her work each day. She strives for excellence in all things, herself, her students, and her life. And I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award.
Jennifer Lacey, Heath Elementary School, 5th grade reading, writing teacher. Mrs. Lacey is a teacher that has impacted my life in so many ways. I'm still using methods for writing that she taught me, and I'm currently a senior in college. She is such a fine example of an educated and kind-hearted woman. I believe that Jennifer is an amazing teacher to students and teachers. She not only teaches her students in the curriculum, but also teaches them how to be the best they can be in all aspects of her life.
Katrina Masick, Hendron Lone Oak Elementary School, 1st grade teacher. Ms. Masick was unable to be with us this evening, but let's give her some applause.
Brenna Ray, Fulton County School teacher. Mrs. Ray goes above and beyond for our students, and this is one reason why our students love her. She's always open to learning and exploring new ideas that help to motivate her students. She helps her students begin the wonderful exploration into the world of science. She will help any child and wants every child to learn and be successful in her room.
Jill Rogers, Community Christian Academy, 5th grade teacher. Mrs. Rogers is an excellent teacher. She makes no secret of expecting the best from her students. She's always available and willing to help other teachers. By skillful balance of measured firmness, generous praise, and appropriate fun, she fosters a superb climate conducive to learning.
Eleni Summer, Community Christian Academy, 2nd grade teacher. My daughter looks forward to school because Ms. Summer will be there. She has made herself available before the school year even started. Communication is important between parents and teachers, and she has made it clear that it is her goal to have clear and open communication. Ms. Summer makes learning intriguing and fun.
Dylan Sonic, Hendron Lone Oak Elementary School, special education teacher. Mr. Sonic has the teacher trifecta. He's been heaven sent to this area's exceptional needs families. He exemplifies professionalism, builds rapport and relationships with families, and has created bonds with children who are often difficult to create bonds with. When considering what it takes to be an effective leader and impactful teacher within a school, it's my opinion that Mr. Sonic fits the mold.
Carol Withrow, Morgan Elementary School teacher and literacy coach. Mrs. Withrow is an amazingly dedicated teacher. She embodies all the values we have for members of our faculty, and she executes them in a daily, purposely driven approach to take care of children. Mrs. Winthrop shares her expertise with our school, and this is a true gift to us.
Matt Wyman, McNabb Elementary School teacher. Mr. Wyman is not only an inspiration to his students, but also his peers. He's been doing a dynamic job of serving the students and families of McNabb Elementary. Staff can always count on Mr. Wyman's contagious, positive vibe. Mr. Wyman explains that he has a great life because he gets to do what he loves with a great staff and great kiddos.
Let's give one more round of applause for all of our nominees.
The two finalists for the Distinguished Faculty Pre-K through 5th Grade Award are Carol Withrow, Morgan Elementary School. Penny Height, Paducah Head Start Preschool.
And the winner of the 2019 Distinguished Faculty Pre-K through 5th Grade Award is Rachel Dodson, Heath Elementary School.
I'm not a crier. But if you know me, I'm never at a loss for words. Whoa. I'm glad there's no little timer out there telling me when to stop and start. And I am so blessed. When I graduated from Heath High School, go Pirates, I'd come from Heath Middle School and Heath Elementary School, and that has been my life. And when I went to college, I happened to follow my husband to UK. Wasn't my husband at the time, boyfriend. Oh my gosh. And I came back to Murray because I wanted to do my student teaching at Heath Elementary School. And Willie Blackwell gave me my first job at Heath Elementary School, and I'm forever indebted to him. He is one of the most amazing men. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Willie. A great educator, a great mentor, and I have been living my dream, teaching at my school for 24 years, and there is no place else I would rather teach. Sorry. I've seen principals come and go and give 110, and they've all been great, including Lane Cooper, who is amazing. He was always on site base, and I always thought that a good principal would be great if they had taught in the elementary school to be an elementary principal, because they would know the grind and the grit, and he does. And I'm blessed, and thank you for your leadership. I gotta say thank you to my mama. My mama's my rock. And I love her, and she is there for me no matter what. Thank you to my husband for, yeah, we know all about what you said, girl, at our house. My 2 kids. God has been so good to me. And I give him the praise and the glory for my life and what he's done with me. Thank you all so much. I'm so excited.
Congratulations. Please give them all a round of applause as they exit the stage.
Throughout high school, I had a really hard time with biology and math, to the point that I hated them. Until I went to my senior year and I met the professor. He took the time to show me a side of biology I never saw before. He took the time to explain me why things were done one way and not another. And he exposed me to a side of biology that I never knew. I learned to love the microscope. I learned to love and understand why things happen one way and not another way. And that research part of biology opened a new world for me that I never knew, and I only learned because of that professor and the time that he spent with me.
When I was in high school, I wasn't doing so hot in one of my math classes, and my basketball coaches pulled me to the side and they told me I had to go to tutoring at 7 o'clock in the morning. One of the coaches, Rob Towery's sister-in-law, was teaching a math class. So I was successful in the end of going to tutoring and doing the extra work. I thank all 3 of those men for helping me realize my potential and what hard work really means. If I can go back and talk to Jimmy Croft, I would tell him thank you for being so hard on me and forcing me to go to tutoring when I didn't want to. I know now why he was hard on me, and I know why he stressed that, because he knew my potential and he ultimately knew my goal as to be a guidance counselor.
Our next category is Distinguished Faculty for 6th grade through 12th grade. Jeff Doom, Lyon County High School teacher and coach. I used to think I was a fairly hard worker, putting in long hours to do what I felt was best for my kids. Then I met Jeff Doom, and everything I'd done seemed inadequate. I've never seen anyone in education work as hard for the kids in the community, for nothing more than pure love of his profession and other people.
Hope Foster, Murray Middle School 7th grade English teacher. She has taught students in English language arts for 25 years and continues to grow and learn professionally as each year passes. Mrs. Foster is creative, passionate, and a true teacher leader. She uses her innovative classroom magic to turn mundane English tasks into captivating learning opportunities.
Matthew Hines, Paducah Tillman High School Choir Director and Instructor. He puts his full heart into everything he does and is the inspiration for many of us. If it weren't for him, we would not be given the many opportunities that we are offered. He spends time away from his family to make sure we are distinguished and prepared. He doesn't let anyone give up on themselves, and without a doubt, he's the most dedicated professional that can come across a student's experience.
Stephanie Hines, McCracken County High School math teacher. Stephanie Hines truly embodies what a model teacher is and should be. Many students say that it was her class that really got them prepared for college. She has very high expectations for her students and prepares them for college in a way that many classes are not able to. Not only is she a valuable teacher, but also knows many of her students and families on a personal level and is able to care for them beyond the classroom.
Kimberly Holt, Paducah Tillman High School English teacher. Mrs. Holt is a very kind person. She takes her time with every student that comes her way and tries to understand them or the situation that's going on. She stayed after school longer than she had to, worked one-on-one with students when they didn't understand a certain subject. She will go out of her way for anybody, and that is what makes her special.
Carrie McConnell, Fulton County High School math teacher. Mrs. McConnell has a heart for our students and will do whatever it takes to help them be successful. She comes early and stays late to ensure that students have an opportunity to come by and get assistance and understanding. She holds students to higher levels of learning. There are many afternoons that she stays to tutor or to help students prepare. I think she embodies what this award celebrates about teachers.
Laura Miller could not be with us this evening. She's from Fulton County High. She's a Fulton County High School science teacher. Let's give her a round of applause.
Shanna Mills, Graves County High School social studies teacher. She constantly stretches her definition of leadership to think creatively in support of students. Her desire to develop the mindset of a servant leader has led to many district-wide support programs. Her Valentine's Day box project, through which students decorate extra Valentine boxes to deliver to the district's 7 elementary schools for students who arrived at school without any. Due to this program, teachers were able to provide boxes for their students who needed them, thereby saving Valentine's Day.
Elaine Mitchell, Graves County Middle School choir director and drama general music teacher. Miss Mitchell always exceeds expectations in teaching and leading her students. She not only ensures that her students receive proper music instruction during the school day, but she also ensures that the music instruction in which her students participate outside the instructional day is equally as beneficial and powerful. She is a wonderful resource for her students, and everything she touches turns to gold.
Beverly Pledge, Fulton County Middle High School special education teacher. Mrs. Pledge is easily the hardest working member of our faculty. She goes above and beyond for all of our students, not just those who are in her classes. She's been with our district for over 20 years and has been a part of the foundation for many students and educators alike. Simply put, Ms. Pledge is a star who deserves recognition for all she has done and continues to do. though she would probably say she doesn't. That's the kind of person she is.
Amy Scott, McCracken County Public Schools Special Education Teacher. Mrs. Scott is a ray of light. She cares for our students with the most diverse needs, always providing a loving and supporting environment for her students. She not only provides them with the care that they need in school and the care that they need in the community. It is a privilege to work alongside Mrs. Scott each day and experience her passion for education firsthand.
Caitlin Scott, Massac County High School chemistry teacher. Caitlin Scott is a great teacher, and in her application, she states that students need to be fluent in technology while also being fluent in collaborating with others. I use small groups to promote collaboration and communication, open-ended questions to promote critical thinking, and online assessments to promote technology skills. As a high school teacher, I feel it's my duty to prepare students for the future, says Mrs. Scott.
Jennifer Scheidel, McCracken County High School English teacher. Mrs. Scheidel is the phenomenal person and teacher. She's the type of person who's always ready to complete any task, doesn't mind working hard at those tasks, and is a true team player. She goes above and beyond her role here in any way possible, and she asks for opportunities to support her students and the school.
Lisa Skipworth, McCracken County High School dual credit college algebra teacher. Her glass is always half full, and her optimism is contagious. She is dedicated to her craft. She is a great teacher, genuinely cares about her students, and has more patience than anyone I know. Mrs. Skipworth is a ray of sunshine in our building.
Christine Wynn, Paducah Tillman High School biology teacher. Mrs. Wynn is a phenomenal teacher who loves her students unconditionally. She takes her job as an educator very seriously. However, her first concern is that the physical and emotional needs of her students are met. Many words can be used to describe Chris Wynn: dedicated, determined, devoted. Not only is she an inspirational science teacher, she spends countless hours after school ensuring that her students are meeting with success.
And let's give another round of applause for all of the nominees on stage.
The two finalists for the Distinguished Faculty 6th through 12th grade award are Hope Foster, Murray Middle School. Lisa Skipworth, McCracken County High School.
And the winner of the 2019 Distinguished Faculty 6th through 12th grade award is Stephanie Hines, McCracken County High School.
you so much. I am honored to stand here, to stand with these other educators. I'm beside honored. I know what some of you do in the classroom, and you're incredible. And I'm, for those of you who know me, I'm not often really speechless, but I don't really have a lot. Okay, so my daddy was a math teacher, and I can remember at Lyon County High School, actually, and I can remember that he would come home with his papers to grade, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And when it was multiple choice, I could grade that, and that was really fun. And I loved school. I was blessed with great teachers. Jane Edwards, Sherry Davis, Diane Beckman, some people that have really shaped who I am. And I thought there was a time when I was a child I wanted to be a teacher, and then I moved away, and I thought maybe that's not what I want to do. But I know that somewhere in my college experience, God shook me up and he said, Stephanie, go back to your love, and your love is education. And I'm so glad that I did. And I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my husband, who is also an outstanding educator. And some of the talks we can have at home because we get it. And I'm just thankful for my parents who set great examples. They were my first teachers, and thank you for that. I'm thankful just to everybody in this room, and beyond blessed, beyond blessed. Thank you.
Please give them all another round of applause.
You want those waters?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think along the way I've had a lot of teachers and administrators that have supported and helped that I became friends with. I remember Don Stevenson, my senior year in high school, helped me in leadership and get involved in a lot of things. There were some teachers that specifically in the science and math that were also helpful. When I was in Concord Elementary School, Mr. Carroll helped me get involved in basketball and supported different things I was involved in. And then there are those along the way that tell you that you're headed in the wrong direction. One of those was a music teacher that said, I think you really ought to work on other things. So.
One thing that I learned through education is that we are all on the same team. That includes not only the principal and the teachers, but it includes the custodian workers, the cafeteria workers, the counselors, and all the resource coordinators, and all the other program directors, that we are on this big team that is helping children through the journey of education success, that we are part of a village.
Our next award, the Unsung Hero Award, is in honor of Mrs. Cornelia Reece. Mrs. Reece has more than 27 years of experience in serving students and families in grades K through 12 in Knoxville, Tennessee, McCracken County, and the city of Paducah. Mrs. Reece has made contributions that address building positive relationships among family, school, and community. She served as the director of the Oscar Cross Boys and Girls Club, Paducah Head Start, and was one of the first Family Resource Center coordinators in our region. The Unsung Heroes Award is for those individuals who work with students, helping find ways to support their success without acknowledgement or attention.
Nathan Castleman, Fulton Independent School District Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports Coordinator. Mr. Castleman has worked in the education field for the past 38 years, yet has the energy and excitement of a first-year teacher. I have several parents each year contact me to thank our school district for Mr. Castleman's work with students. More importantly, I have students thank me for having Mr. Castleman as part of our family.
Teresa Kleinard, Community Christian Academy Elementary Computers. Mrs. Kleinerd tirelessly works for the betterment of CCA and students. She has such a heart for the children that attend CCA. There aren't enough words to express how much she loves the school and all the people in it.
Sid Hancock, Paducah Tillman High School Senior Class College and Scholarship Council. Our students are exceptional, but Sid helps them dig deep to find that in themselves through encouragement and self-reflection. As a student, you never have to go out of your way to seek Sid's help. As soon as she's figured out what you're interested in or found something herself you might want to do, Sid is constantly contacting you to come visit her office so she can help, providing you with emotional support through the spirit of sheer passion.
Valerie Helm, McCracken County Board of Education Student Information System Coordinator. Yeah. Valerie Helm is a rock star. She epitomizes the idea of someone going above and beyond, and then beyond again. She is so pleasant and easy to work with in a job that requires an enormous amount of knowledge and patience. She respects our teacher and administrators and understands the amount of pressure they're under and will simply do anything she can to make their jobs run smoothly.
Monty Hensley, Paducah Board of Education Instructional Assistant. Mr. Henley is one of McNabb's best-kept secrets. Mr. Monty says that his goal is to make sure every kid has an opportunity to just try. Mr. Monty can always be found pouring life lessons into our children at McNabb Elementary and being a devoted friend to staff.
Tracy Pooley, Fulton Independent School District Family Resource and Youth Center Coordinator. When students have needs, they know where to go. Mrs. Pooley's office. The love and compassion she shows our children and her fellow employees makes her a standout colleague and friend.
Stacy Thomas, McCracken County High School Youth Service Center Director. Ms. Stacy Thomas is a mentor to students and faculty alike. She sets examples through her principles, leadership, and actions. She has a natural ability for helping others. Often when she is busy herself, she drops everything if a student or faculty member is in need. She juggles many responsibilities and makes it look easy.
Dante Tyler, Morgan Family Resource Center Coordinator. Dante Tyler has been the saving grace for so many students and families. Mr. Tyler spearheads additional programs and ideas that mean the world to kids. Dante goes way above and beyond his call of duty to improve and bring about programs and amenities that serve our students and families.
Kelly Ray, Ballard County Schools Family Resource and Youth Services Center Director. One cannot quantify the positive impact she's made for Ballard County children, parents, community, and staff. She leaves no stone unturned when it comes to removing barriers for children and families. I can confidently say she is the, or one of the, most respected staff members in the Ballard County School District and community. Let's give them all a round of applause.
The two finalists for the Cornelia Reece Unsung Hero Staff Award are Stacy Thomas, McCracken County High School. Kelly Ray, Ballard County Schools.
The winner of the 2019 Cornelia Reece Unsung Hero Staff Award is Sid Hancock, Paducah Tillman High School.
Wow, gosh. When our youngest daughter graduated, I figured my 16 or so volunteer years at Tillman and in the school system were over. So when Dr. Shively called to say, we want to hire you, I said, you know, you've got to be kidding me. I've been that crazy taskmaster mom who's been the thorn in the guidance department's side for years. And he said, well, that's exactly why we want you. We want you to come and be that mom who pushes our children to aspire for great things during the college process. So I thank you to the students who share their stories with me and let me help them. So thank you.
Please give them a round of applause as they leave the stage.
Dr. Reece will now present Presidential Awards. The Presidential Award honors individuals who have served in multiple roles in K-12 education, helping students find success along their educational pathways. For the first award, will our Challenger Learning Center Director, Melissa Duncan, please join us on stage.
Our first recipient of the President's Award is a K-5 science specialist at Clark Elementary School. She's being recognized tonight as the 2018-19 Challenger Learning Center Outstanding Educator. This award was established in order to provide recognition for quality teaching and learning in the STEM areas. Please join me in congratulating Julie Sheffer.
Okay, so Melissa promised me that I would not have to say anything. I do thank you very, very much. This is such an honor. And I do have to say that without the kids at Clark Elementary School, without the kids that have come and gone, without the kids that are still coming, I wouldn't be able to get up out of bed in the morning and do what I do. And so I love them, the little bookers that they are some days. But it's fun. It's fun and it's a good time. And I thank you. Thank you.
The second recipient of the 2019 Presidential Award has served in various roles in education, dedicating over 17 years to the Fulton County Area Technology Center, 11 in the role of information technology instructor, 6 as principal, leading the institution to its recent transition and name change to the Four Rivers Career Academy. Most recently, he has taken on the role of director of the West Kentucky Garrett Grant, which will assist students from 20 schools in 10 districts in Western Kentucky in being prepared to enter and succeed in high-demand industry sectors with an emphasis on STEM-related fields, particularly computer science. We look forward to working with him in this new role. He is married to our own Amy Sullivan, Director of Library Services, who, by the way, kept the secret very well. Thank you, and please join me in congratulating Terry Sullivan.
Amy's really...
Say something about Amy.
Okay, Amy's... Thank you for keeping this a secret, because I probably wouldn't have come tonight if I had known. So, I am the least of all of you. You guys are amazing. I'm listening to all these stories and reading all the blurbs and realize how much you do for kids, and I'm honored just to be next to you. Thank you.
The final recipient of the 2019 Presidential Award has served as an administrator for many decades in K-12 education. He served as principal of Paducah Tillman High School since 2003 and began as a teacher in 1992. Art Davis has the longest tenure of a principal at Paducah Tillman and was chosen as the 2013 Kentucky Association of Secondary School Principals Principal of the Year. Mr. Davis, we honor you for your dedication and commitment, helping students find success. Thank you for your incredible service in K-12 education. Art Davis.
Thank you very much. This is very awkward for me. I'm not good when it comes to accolades and awards. I'm awkward when it comes to that. But I tell you, I want to thank you for allowing me to serve you for 27 years, 34 and all. Thank you, Paducah. And Shabli, I was wondering why you told me I had to be here. Did not expect this, but thank you so much. I will tell you one story. Can I tell a story?
Storyteller.
Yes, well, my first day in a classroom was 1985 in Paris, Tennessee, a little town called Paris, Tennessee. And I had a little guy that was helping me with the copier. You guys remember the copies that you rolled and it had the ink smell? I used to like the smell of that ink person. And there was a little guy that was helping me out. He was a fifth grader. I had some little overalls on, and he was very talkative. And he looked at me and said, you know, I'm on first name basis with all the teachers. I said, oh, you are? I said, my first name is Mr. So thank you so much.
I like that. Sheila, if you will come forward. On behalf of the WKCTC family, we want to thank you for your powerful remarks. Our own Janet Blythe is the author of 2 incredible books capturing the history of our college. You'll be able to interpret to your husband, Alfred, what is actually in between these pages, as great teachers do. Certainly enjoy your continued work and success. And we really, really, really appreciate you taking this time and sharing such a powerful message. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In closing, let's give all of the honorees an incredible applause for the 2nd Annual Regional Educators Award. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you all. Thank you. I said earlier that it takes a village. Certainly want to thank certainly all those responsible for this program. They told me not to mention the coordinating committee, so I won't do that. Want to thank all of the volunteers and certainly the various members of our WKCTC family who, through their just tireless support and work to put on such a quality program. Definitely want to recognize my leadership team for the 2nd year in a row as they've captured my vision for them for sowing a monetary seed towards a scholarship for teachers. And I take that very seriously. It says in many ways the level of commitment that they also have towards this vision, recognizing our incredible educators and administrators. I want to thank all of our sponsors, especially our gold sponsor, CFSB, for that support. We definitely want to, as we move forward, expand the vision of this incredible event. Look forward in future years that we will not only pack this theater out, but eventually work our way in terms of selling out the Carson Center and taking this, right, taking this to another level. Can you feel the vision? All right, so you're going to make it happen. You're going to spread the word as we come towards next year. One of my heroes from history, Mary Lyle Bethune, renowned educator, the founder of Bethune-Cookman College, said on our last will and testament, I leave you with a thirst for knowledge. Education is the prime need of the hour. With less than $1.20, she planted the seed on a garbage dump that today is now known as the Daytona Community College. And as you shared the incredible analogy of the gentleman that kept things clean, I really want to reiterate that we absolutely recognize that you continue to ignite and spark that flame that is so needed in our society to really take our youth to untold heights, to untold places, to come back to make our entire region a much better place. On behalf of my wife, Cornelia Reece, who's been along this journey all along the way, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you taking the privilege of your time. We don't take lightly. Thank you for your continued support, and let's continue to celebrate education, that transformational vehicle that truly will make a difference throughout our region. Thank you all so much, and thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for being here tonight. We hope you've enjoyed the program. Again, we congratulate and thank you all. On behalf of all of West Kentucky Community and Technical College, all of the faculty and staff, David and I would like to thank you for giving of your time every day and congratulate again all of our nominees. We ask that you allow the stage guests and the nominees to exit first and then follow us to the lobby to celebrate with photographs. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, everybody.